I always have weird issues with that web-based platform, and I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm trying to get this all done. I don't even know if my video capture. Let's see, that should work, um, but I don't even know. Oh goodness gracious. Uh, I wonder if this would help. Okay. Emmeline, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me out there? Does this thing work? Is this thing on? Hear your voice, but really low. Okay. Maybe I got to get right up on it. Maybe, is it this? Maybe this button will help. Ping, ping, ping. Low volume, low volume. All right. My goodness. Um, okay. I guess maybe I have to get right up on this thing for right now. Is it any better? I hear you, but kind of low. I might just have to talk right into this microphone. I'm just going to bring everything down here. I am. It's there, Satoshi. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I can't make it any louder, I guess, with this. Oh my God, why do you whisper? Yeah, a tad low volume still. I don't know what else I can do. Unless this, this is the main studio mic. Yeah, it shows me that it's kind of low volume. Here's the thing. My problem is that I'm using a new Mac with a new microphone, a new soundboard, and everything is just set up weird. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Everything is just set up weird. So I'm just going to try and talk right into this thing and hope it goes okay. The video, everything's got a weird issue with it. So we're just going to move on. I basically just have to like talk with this thing touching my face. So, yeah. So, okay. Oh, this is so frustrating. I can never get things done properly. Let me see. I wonder if it's possible. In my mouse scrolling across these two screens is wonky too. I don't have any settings on here. Do I? Do I have any filters? I don't think I do. Let me try this. Gain, filter gain. I don't know. I'll crank this to 15, see if that helps. Ha. Did I just wake you up? Let me know if that's any better. I just cranked the gain on this, but it might be louder, but it might sound like hell too. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Hi. If you fix it, my ears are going to explode. Give us a warning first, please. Yeah. Louder. It should. You want it louder, or it is louder? I like it when you put your got real loud. Yep. You. Okay. It's better. Yes. Okay. All right. So we can get busy. I love wasting all this time. Everyone that's not really a loyal follower of mine has already left the building. So I guess we can be real right now. So the first thing I wanted to address, obviously, is the big, beautiful bill just passed. And there's some things in this that there are a lot of great things about this bill, to be frank with you. I do think it's going to help crypto in inadvertent ways, even though it's not necessarily, it's not a crypto bill. It's just the general, like, we are the world kind of bill. It covers all sorts of things. The 2017 tax cuts are now done, and I guess they're going to be permanent. A little better late than never. But imposing an 80-hour per month work week requirements on many adults receiving Medicaid and apply existing SNAP work rules to additional beneficiaries, repeal the most clean energy tax credits, fine, authorize a $40 billion security surge to fund a nationwide deportation initiative, raise the federal debt ceiling by $5 trillion. I mean, that's insane, but, you know, Congress loves to get paid. Here's the one thing. I don't see anything talking about this, and that's the AI thing. I know that Trump is bringing in insane amounts of money for basically UI. And a part of this bill was to not have any state regulations of artificial intelligence for like 10 years. And I don't know if that's staying or not. But that's a really big deal, man. I don't really think I like that, because at the rate this grows, at the rate artificial intelligence grows, I mean, there are new major updates week after week. There are new models, everything. Every month, it's almost like a new year in AI. So 10 years from now, AI is literally going to be Skynet. Like it's literally going to be its own brain. It's going to get nuts. It really is going to get nuts. But if you want AI to control everything on the globe through blockchain, well, you're going to have to be able to develop it and get partnerships and seal that stuff up. Is this crow ASMR? Yes. So anyway, I'm going to dive a little bit into some charts. I'm going to show you some stuff before I get into the news. You can see Bitcoin. I caught this wave down, which was a pretty good thing. I did short, and I got out. I don't remember where I got out. Did I get out down here? Maybe. I think I might have started here. I got here and wrote it up. So I've been kind of trading it. One of these trades I think I lost money on. I think I lost like $40 on one of them. But here's the thing. I think I'm done experimenting with trading. So those of you that are following me and you're members of the CryptoCrow.io, and you see my trade journaling and the screenshots and everything I share, I've really come to some realizations, man. Like my model, my setup that I posted to that website has been dead accurate every freaking morning the entire week since I released that on CryptoCrow.io. It is, where is it? Yeah, it's this one. So like if you've read this, or if you're a member of the site and you have not read this yet, you need to read it. Because this setup has been accurate, and I'm working now. So this is my like market open setup that works. It's printing me money every morning. I'm not joking. And I think that there's a good chance that I can get this at least with every market transition. I'm going to see. I'm working on it. I've got one down. I've got that on lock. I've published it here. And I'm working on 2 more. I would like to be able to get 3 substantial trades in a day with a similar setup with similar probabilities. If I can do that, I'm going to literally print money from this day forward. And it doesn't matter if it's up or down. The setup will tell you like what's happening next. And it's really not even complicated. I'm shocked. So anyway, I have been doing that. And on top of that, I guess I'm going to go ahead and dive into some charts real quick. Where is it? Oh my God, I don't know why I need 1,000 windows in here. Here we go. This is my trading view. Oh boy. Okay. I guess we're going to have to make trading view a lot smaller here. So this is my trading view. Is this all of it? I'm going to have to make this a little smaller. Sorry, this is also grumbled and like out of whack. But this is my Bitcoin trading view right now. And you can see I use a variety of different things, but I wanted to show you this is the bulk of everything you see here is part of my Flux Charts indicator suite. And there is a link in the description, but look at this call. So like this was a call down here. This was on the 2nd at 10:45 a.m. And when this thing dings, when it gives you this call to buy or to sell, it also gives you these take profits, right? So when this thing basically said, this is a good opportunity to buy right now, and it printed these take profits, well, it basically hit this one in the middle right off the bat. And then over time, it came back and then hit this one. That is nuts. And this isn't a fluke either, because it did the same thing with Cardano. And I was pretty floored by it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone is going to hit. That's why you use stop losses just in case. But when this thing hits, it hits hard. And I'm really digging this Flux. There is a promo code. If you use promo code CROW, you'll save 15%. It's not a crazy expensive suite. But this thing gives you a lot of information and it shows you so much stuff. And the thing is it's almost as if it gives you so many different options. There are like 9 indicators in total. And I'm going to be doing tutorials soon, but I just kind of wanted to show you this call. The one on Cardano is gone already because they don't stay. But there's one here basically for it being like down. So that basically saying Cardano could get down to as low as 55 cents from here. And so it did go in reverse and it didn't cancel this out. But we did get a change of character here that was basically against this pump. So it's basically saying we went from bullish to bearish here. We got confirmation with the flux indicator and we went further down. And so this is basically saying we were probably, we could very well, if things continue, we might get down to 55 cents before getting a reversal. But like this was dead accurate. These take profit points here, these take profits are going to go away the next, when something else hits. But I took a screenshot of this. I'm going to probably post it on cryptocrow.io. But I took a screenshot of this. This hit, bing, bang, bang. It's crazy. So I might actually start trading Cardano for fun as well using the flux charts indicator. So if you're into that stuff, you definitely want to check that out because this flux charts is pretty solid. Looking here. We have everything is bullish, man. Like, I think we're getting ready to head for a bit of a run. I think we're looking at potentially new all-time highs. I really do. Maybe this weekend. I'm not sure. Maybe next week. I think I'll probably know more once I've looked deeper into, everything else for the rest of the week and this weekend. But it's definitely, these runs have been solid, and this is all bullish. So even if the price were to come, I'm gonna miss this because I'm not trading it at the moment because it's after my time. And this is the thing I'm learning, man. Even though I see stuff like this, and I'm like, we're probably gonna go higher. If it's not within my model's time window, I just have to stop because that's how I get fooled and that's how I get trapped into trades. It's how random things happen. If it's off market maker hours, like all these weird things. And the price just moves in different ways. And then what happens is you think it's going somewhere because you're thinking this is market maker movement, and it's not. And then when the market maker, it's only 3:30 New York time. So this is, but I'm saying generally speaking, when you're trading, like if you're trading on weekends or you're trading after hours, things like that, you could get all excited thinking something's happening. And then when the market makers get back to their desk, whether it's after lunch or when they get back for the next day, and they'll just send it tanking. Like they'll just send it in the reverse. So there are a lot of patterns I've been noticing and recognizing now that I'm trading literally every day, multiple trades a day. I'm not doing wonderful because I've been doing a lot of experimenting. I'm not going to lie, but I always end up right back where I started a week prior. I started with $3,000. I'm at about $3,000. I've been trading a million times for 2 weeks. I'll lose, making trades I know I shouldn't. And then I'll get a big one and I'll trail my stop and then I'll make all my money back. So, and the thing is that every time I trade where I make all my money back, it's my setup during the market hours I have planned for and set up. So if I'm trading anytime outside of that window, that's when I generally get caught up. Stuff goes wrong. So I'm learning discipline, and I'm learning that discipline and risk are two of the biggest things in trading if you're going to make money. So I'm definitely getting a lot better, and I'm able to start looking at charts, and I'm seeing a lot of things that I normally or previously haven't been able to. So anyway, it's pretty exciting. I'm definitely picking up a new skill, so yeah, it's fun stuff. We did get a red X here during this drop, came all the way back down to 104.993. This is on a 4-hour chart, and then came right back up to almost $110,500. So I do think that we're going to be going back up. I think it's very likely that we're looking at new all-time highs in the not so distant future. We filled this CME futures gap that I said we were going to fill. I expected to fill it and bounce. We filled it. came down even lower. So I'll remember that in the future, that's much more likely. But I did get some of that action. Now, and then looking at Cardano, obviously we're sitting here at we're still wavering around 60 cents. I would love to get above this area here at 61 cents. I do think that'll be very, very bullish if we can get above it and close it on a larger time frame. This is just a 5-minute candle because I'm playing around. Let me take a quick look at the 15-minute and see what that was showing me, because I think this might have been, yeah, see, so this is the flux indicator basically triggering this buy here, and then it gave me these 3 take profits. It hit each one. Then it gave me this break of structure here before everything started coming back down for a correction. I'm telling you guys, I haven't seen any indicators, and I haven't seen any indicators that are capable of pulling stuff like this off. If you know of any, let me know, but I have not seen anything. And I'm going to be doing an experiment for future reference where I'm just going to trade when Flux tells me yes or no, and I'm going to try and I'm going to set my stop losses. So if I would have gotten here, it was saying set your stop loss right around here at 52 cents. And then, of course, that just didn't happen. Like, there was no stop loss. There was no, it just kept going up. So, but yeah, if you want to know, like, if you're not really familiar with like risk and reward and like, how much should I make? What should I go for? Where should I put my stops? The flux, this flux chart indicator tells you exactly what to do, and it hits. It really does hit. So, check the link in the description. I'm not just trying to sell you the indicator. They are my official sponsor, but they're my official sponsor because their indicators are pretty slick. And I'm very, very serious about trading. I'm trading every morning right now, and I didn't want to like work with a company that had crappy indicators. So I went through everything, and I'm like, can I put this to use? And I'm seeing this thing is definitely worth its weight. So anyway, that being said, let's go back to some news. We're gonna go check out some of these news articles about what's going on with Cardano and then I'm gonna hit up with some chat. And is that where? Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, this is my news. All right. Yeah, and if you're not a member of CryptoCrow.io, I can't even tell you how much you're missing out because I'm pumping out crazy content. But anyway, ADA looks primed for an 18,750x increase based on historical data with Cardano eyeing an ETF. No. It's not, but I will show you this. This is another thing I know. But if you haven't read this yet, you're definitely going to want to read this. If you're worried at all about where we're at in the market cycle, you're going to want to read this article. I'm telling you, it'll put your mind at ease. We're going to have a very, very, very exciting and interesting, like the next 138 days. Let's put it that way. Are we going to get an 18,700x on Cardano? No, I do not think so. But with Cardano ADA being proof of stake blockchain platform meant to trigger positive global change across visionaries, innovators, and change makers, the 10th largest cryptocurrency continues to attract notable attention. As a result, renowned market analyst Ali Martinez recently acknowledged that based on historical data, Cardano was eyeing an 18,750x increase in price level from the current one at 59 cents. Yeah. I love the bullish sentiment. We're not going to do that much. I don't think no matter what happens, we're not going above $15. But, we'll see what happens. I'm still expecting to see about $8. That's legitimately what I'm expecting to see because I know that the altcoin sentiment is down and the altcoin market hasn't been moving the way we all expect it to. But man, the world is changing. A lot is changing and everything is eyeing Bitcoin right now and for obvious reasons. But that doesn't change the use for the high quality. Let me put it to you this way. I wish I had my camera set up so I could just look at you guys and talk to you about this because it's a really big deal. I don't think anybody's truly ready for what is coming. And I know a lot of people say this. I was kind of down. I mean, I was legitimately a little down about the market. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, man, am I going to be broke? Am I going to be bankrupt? Like, what is going to happen? And the deeper I look and the more I understand the greater macro picture of what's happening in the world, what's happening in the US, especially what's happening in the US. I mean, the US wants to become the Wall Street of crypto for the world. Like, they want to basically be what they have been with Wall Street, and they want to be able to do the same thing with the crypto markets. And a lot of that is going to come from the tokenization of pretty much every asset. And I know that there are going to be a lot of different asset types, and they're probably going to end up on various blockchains. But the one thing that you guys all have to understand is, a lot of people are saying, this project just launched and they launched on this chain. Why not Cardano? This project launched on that chain. Why not Cardano? It doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you why. Because all of these assets are going to be flowing in and out of Bitcoin. As well as like whatever native asset is associated with the layer one or whatever the chain that they're building these projects on, all of it is going to be interoperable with Cardano. And not only that, but a lot of these projects are inadvertently going to be utilizing the technology and the security of Cardano, even if it's under the covers, under the radar, so to speak. And Midnight is also going to play a substantial role in that. And I know that for some people it's difficult to see because if you haven't read through the white paper, you weren't a part of my video and I was reading through it, and you still don't fully understand the technology. It's hard to really kind of put all these pieces together and understand the grander picture. Cardano is going to be just fine, okay? Cardano is going to do very, very well. I'm not worried anymore. And I had a period where I was kind of down. I mean, part of it was the meds I was on at the time, just basically was running me through the ringer. But yeah, like we're going to do very, very well. Okay. I really, and even Raul Paul, everybody's, asking him when banana and all that. And it's like pissing him off. It's like, we're just getting started. Like we're going to get there. There's going to be a transition from the profits of Bitcoin and everything going on. Do you honestly think that once Bitcoin's maxed out that everybody's just going to leave the space with all of these altcoins just ready and primed for significant pumpage? No, they're going to utilize it. One thing I do believe is going to change, though, is that a lot of the assets they enter into are going to be the more safe, the more fundamental assets like Cardano. It's sad to say, but Solana, I'm sure, is going to be one of them. Sui, a lot of those VC controlled assets that everybody's like sold on because of how much money's gone into projecting those narratives. But I mean, the reality is those chains are going to probably pump and all of it's going to do well. It's going to be the meme coin trash and the real degenerate tokens with no use case. All of that stuff is going to get swept. All of that, in my opinion, is very much going to get swept. So, technical and social momentum point to a bullish future beyond $1. I mean, this is easy work. Cardano has attracted significant attention since the start of the month, with prices surging it was about over 11% actually in total in the past 24 hours. This surge is backed by robust technical signals and organic community traction, positioning ADA as a top contender among all the altcoins. So, when things are moving, when everything is moving, if you can't tell that Cardano generally rips and leaves everything else in the dust until the sentiment or whatever is happening changes. I just saw was it Marty Party? He's like the big Solana guy. I stopped following him a while ago because I was just so frustrated with how everybody kind of covers up for Solana, but he seems to have his thumb on the pulse of what Coinbase and other exchanges are doing and how they're intentionally suppressing the crypto market. And I don't have it in front of me. I didn't have it loaded up and ready to show, but it's pretty interesting what he uncovers. And then I'm thinking, if he's so analytical and he's so capable of understanding all of these like underlining, the on-chain data and this, like, why is it that they're so delusional about Solana's on-chain metrics and things? But it's whatever. Like, I'm really done trying to be a Solana hater. It is what it is. I think there's just too much toxicity in crypto, as it were, and it really is time for everybody to start rising up and working together. But it's just like the point is that like he seems very, very knowledgeable, and like when I don't know. I mean, I know why. I know the answer why, but it is what it is, man. Everybody has to do what they have to, I guess, to feed their kids. As the crypto market braces for the next wave, Cardano's momentum across charts and social platforms hints at a potential breakout. Now, this is definitely coming. Social sentiment, on-chain data, everything is growing, okay? Except this isn't good news, but it's also not terrible news. The U.S. SEC halts full launch of Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. And they're basically saying that this large cap fund with Grayscale Digital is likely being held up because of political turmoil within the SEC. And I'm thinking to myself, why? Obviously, there's a lot of left-wingers in the SEC, and I get that maybe some of them don't necessarily like the direction we're going, but is it really their like personal opinion that they should be enacting, or is it whoever's active administration? Like, I don't understand how that stuff works when it comes to these big groups. But after approving the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund, the SEC has paused trading for the fund. Analysts believe the SEC intends to establish guidelines for crypto ETFs before proceeding with Grayscale's application. So my question is then, well, what are the guidelines associated with these, and how are they going to be different from all of the currently tradable Bitcoin ETFs with BlackRock and the rest? Why is there suddenly a concern about the guidelines? There are suspicions that the conflicting guidance is a matter of internal politics at the SEC. I would assume so, because I can't understand why all of a sudden they're going to say, well, you know what? We've got all these Bitcoin ETFs that are trading. We're going to go ahead and it doesn't make any sense. Cardano jumps 12% as long-term holders refuse to sell. Cardano's price has risen 12% today, aiming to recover 24% losses from June, supported by key holder groups. Cardano needs to secure 60 cents as support to target 66 cents. Failure to do so could lead to consolidation between 60 and 54 cents. Well, Flux is telling me that we could get down to, 55 cents or something like that. So that's possible. I definitely think a lot is going to be playing out over the course of the weekend, but then come Monday morning, shit's going to get real again, because the degens are going to play over the course of the weekend while the the market makers, are away. Cardano skyrockets 75% in volume amid a $284 million short liquidation. $1.15 billion recorded in Cardano 24-hour volume. Cardano has seen an increase in trading activity, with its 24-hour trading volume rising by 75% to $1.15 billion, according to CoinMarketCap. The spike comes as the broader crypto market experienced a $285 million short liquidation, shaking out over-leveraged bearish bets. Boom. Man, you short the good stuff, and you're probably going to get wrecked, especially if you're trading at high leverage. Just so you know, I never trade higher than 19x. And generally, I'm sitting at a 15-minute X leverage trade on a 15-minute candle. Why? Because the market makers typically go after like these liquidation runs, like these liquidity spikes, where you'll see a giant wick at when there's a transition or a changeover. Those all happen to liquidate everybody before they start sending the price where they really want it to go. And generally, they don't go much higher than to liquidate the 20x leverage folks. So they basically go after the degenerates, and the more degenerate you are, the easier they can liquidate you. And so that's what's going on. So I generally stay at around 15% and feel relatively safe from being liquidated. So yeah, and So oh boy. All right. So yeah, this is interesting stuff. So anyway, that's that. Let me go ahead and check out. Let me go ahead and check out chat. Man, Crypto Chef, is that all automated or are you? Okay, you're chatting. I get it. Make sure you check out cryptocrow.io. So much stuff that's being loaded up on here, man. So much content. If you happen to be in the mortgage business, you're really going to love cryptocrow.io because every week a big coaching article is going to come out that's going to teach you how to become basically a top loan officer in your region. And it's funny because one of the members of the site is a real estate agent. They're like, hey, man, I like this so far. This is interesting stuff. So, yeah, if an agent likes it, that's probably going to be pretty good for you loan officers. Let's see. Okay, still on the volume thing. It's good, better. Still gay for Crow's voice. That's funny. I'm sure my audio is not that great down here. 10 years is 100 years in human life for AI. Yeah, absolutely it is. The argument for the AI thing is to have one federal standard and not different states having different standards. Okay, fair enough. But when is the federal standard supposed to come out? Like when are they when I mean, hopefully it's not 10 years from now or we're screwed. Been trying to catch you on a live for a long time. Big fan, Crow. Well, thank you, Electric Avenue. Dun, 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 dun. Got a nice 20x long on Bitcoin at about 108.9. Was hoping for a pop after the bill passed. Yeah, I think we're going to get that pop, but it'll probably be next week, honestly. Would love to see a big pump tomorrow after Trump actually signs it. Yeah, I mean, these tax breaks are going to be a big deal, not just the ones that are basically going to be locked in permanently, which is going to be a really big deal for all of us, but the new ones, man, that's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a really big deal. Market is closed, only 1 p.m. today. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Because tomorrow's 4th of July. That makes a little more sense. I didn't even think of that. I'd be happy with a 10x at this point. I'm not concerned at this point. I'm telling you, you guys need to join the cryptocrow.io and read this shit I'm putting out. I'm telling you, because I'm not doing a lot of this stuff on YouTube anymore. It's just like, man, like my wife was telling me, like you have way too much value and you give away the farm and everything for nothing while you're hurting. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I'm putting like really good stuff out on this site. And this is basically something I've been trying to do and wanted to do for years. I just never felt right doing it. But like, I have to, like, I don't have a choice until the market really starts to rip. I don't have a choice. I used Lux Algo and Market Cipher, got Lifetime years ago. Yeah, I really like both of those, Buckley. I like Lux Algo. I like Market Cipher a lot. I love Jeff. I love Crypto Face. We just talked the other night. He's just such a cool dude, man. But, you know, these flux indicators are slick as hell too. And honestly, I like to use, I'm learning that I really like my flux chart indicators in conjunction with little elements of some of the others. Like with Market Cipher, I love that blood diamond. I mean, if I use the Market Cipher for anything, I'm loving that blood diamond because I know if I see that, shit's about to go down. And no other indicator has that. But, you know, a lot of the stuff in there, I don't use, honestly. Some of the Market Cipher B is really, really good. But it's like I used to really understand it, know how to use it all. And then I forgot it had been so long. And it's like everything is a learning curve. But the flux indicators are very easy to figure out. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. If anything, I would consider the flux chart indicators powerful enough, like what would be the thing, you know, like powerful enough for the veterans, but easy enough for newbies to like learn how to trade with it. So it's kind of like how I like to structure the Crow Trader bot back in the day. Dragon's Den books I wish, but there are too many idiots buying them. I will trade but never hold them. Maybe you could get in front of Charles H. since he is into farming and sustainability. Charles really never responds to much of my messages. Hasn't in a while. Every once in a while, if he wants to show me something, he'll send me a message. But overall, if I messaged him, I can message him 10 times. I don't even really message him anymore. I kind of gave up. I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Already a farm and sustain it well. People still fall for them today. MLMs and the like. Multi-level marketing. Some of them are good. My wife was a part of one for a minute. She just never did much with it. But the products were actually really damn good. How many ADA do you need to make $1 million? I mean, interesting. Maybe I'll do that in a video. I'll make a note. And say, because I've done this before. How many ADA do you need to make $1 million? I'll write that down, and maybe I'll do that in the next video. How's that? ADA to make $1 million. I mean, a lot of it is going to depend on several different variables. Bitcoin's price, Cardano's dominance at Bitcoin's peak, Cardano's dominance after the peak, all of that. How does the dominance and the liquidity of that dominance flow into the ADA asset, all that kind of stuff. So there are a lot of variables to that, but I can work it out again. It's been a while since I've done something like that. So let me see here. Is there anything else? Yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. Well, it's only 35 minutes. I feel like I've been live for 2 hours already, probably because of all the problems I had the first time. And I can tell that the viewership's down a little bit because of that. So pretty easy math. 1 million divided by how much ADA you have want. No, not necessarily, because that's assuming it only goes to $1, right? So if Cardano goes to $5, then you're going to need a lot less to get to $1 million. So yeah, hey Crow, is it still a good time to DCA into Cardano? I feel like any time is a good time, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I don't even have my banner up, my disclaimer. But personally, I mean, when Cardano really starts to rip, and it's not just going to be Cardano, obviously. But when Cardano starts to rip, everybody's going to see all their tokens start to run. But less likely a lot of the degen assets out there. So. Excusez-moi, parlez-vous français? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's about 4 o'clock in the evening. I swear one of these days I would love to launch a late night, like conspiracy, coast to coast AM kind of talk show. I think that would be so cool. Bring on like really crazy people as guests and just talk to them. I would love to do that someday. Just sit here and chill, talk, and like light some candles, turn the lights down, just talk for like 3 hours about the craziest shit in the world, and just have a really good time at night. So maybe someday, I don't know. Maybe that'll be a good retirement project, and I can go out like Art Bell. So anyway, Art Bell Crow your coins. Thanks for joining me, folks. I will see you again soon. And if you're a member of CryptoCrow.io, I'll see you here in just a few minutes as I respond to any comments and questions that I've had within the last couple hours. So until next time, Crow your coins. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you.